If you even remotely like the Christmas holiday, this is going to change the game entirely. Like, seriously. Some of you may recall that I did a video about the Govee curtain light, and it's absolutely incredible. You can set it up with just beautiful Christmas effects and things like that. But what if I told you there's an entirely different level? I mean, this is pretty incredible. Essentially, you're able to put together two curtain lights and have like one giant effect kind of take hold of the entire scene. And it is just a sight for sore eyes. It's something you really do have to see to believe. It basically creates this surreal, dreamy effect to where you're more or less, I mean, seriously, it's just a big giant picture on the wall. Like, it feels so interactive though. And the best ways possible, and you have a ton of different modes that you can swap between and things of that nature, which again, for holiday parties and things like that, make it fun. And it also syncs with music, making this like literally perfect for like literally every single holiday occasion. I'm not even joking. To do this, we go into the Govee Smart Curtain. It opens up. And you want to go over to where it says settings. Now, the reason you go over to settings is because you have something here called Splice Device. Now, you click on Splice Device and you select it. I already have it selected here. And once you do that, it'll put the two devices together. You'll just basically select it. I'll show you what it looks like here. You have all the available that you could add onto it. I have 3 of these curtains, so I'm only using 2 right now. The other one is on a different wall. And you can see like you put the 2 together and it creates one big giant effect. And then you select if you want basically the left side or the right side. When you install it, you basically just match it up. Like if you put it to the right, it'll throw off the image. And sometimes it'll happen to where like it'll be like you installed it maybe backwards or whatever the case may be. Just go into the main, one that you set up and switch it. It's really easy to flip it around if you ever find yourself like, oh, I put it on backwards or something like that. They make it easy to figure that part out. Now, to avoid having to flip it around the way I'm describing, what you're going to have to do is make sure that you do not have these two pieces that have the little end slack here touching each other. They, under no circumstance, can ever touch each other, because if they end up touching each other, then you're just going to have a bigger problem. And that problem is quite literally going to be you having to switch it around. And of course, you're going to have a gap in the middle like I have here. Just a nice, healthy little gap in the middle there that have no lights because I put 2 of those pieces together. So again, one of these has to be the opposite way. That's basically what I'm saying here. And then of course, you can always release splicing if you just want to have separate effects running at the same time as well. But I like the splicing effect. I think it is really cool. And then after you're done doing the splicing effect, then you can go into scenes. And that's where you have all the fun stuff, like all the holiday stuff and a bunch of different other stuff to mess around with and get your creative juices really flowing. Now, I'm absolutely no ace when we talk about the arrangement of how you set up designs for the neon rope light, but the neon rope light is one of those things that add a hell of a lot of dynamic to any wall. Now, again, I've seen some absolutely crazy shapes. When you fire on the app, Govee gives you a bunch of different customization options. And again, it just helps add a lot of flair to the holidays. Now, if we get a little bit closer, what I really love about these is there's no lighting spot. So these are just like 100% clean. You don't have that irritating LED trail that you'd have with a bunch of other lights. And that's huge for me because I absolutely hate seeing those individual LEDs. It just looks cheap and honestly makes the place look trashy, where this just feels very nice and very smooth and clean. And they really just absolutely nailed it with the diffusion on this light. Now, another thing that's really awesome is you have multiple presets as well, just like all the other lights. So you're able to customize to your heart's content, and music syncing is a part of that. So again, holiday music hits, this thing's gonna go crazy. New this year are these Christmas lights, and I'm just gonna say this right now. If you have not tried these things, you're gonna want to. Now, a really nice touch is that Govee actually includes like a kind of like a Merry Christmas card of sorts, and it just feels nice to receive. Now, pro tip, so you don't get yourself totally dizzy, just grab yourself a pair of scissors or a pen or something like that, and just stick it in here, and then walk around the tree like that. It will make your life so much easier than just trying to go around the spool holding it. Just a little fun pro tip. Now this little connector piece you're going to plug into the plug itself, which is this piece right here, and that's pretty much it. Now one thing I really love about these Christmas lights is that on the one hand they can be really colorful and sparkly like this, but then you can again mix and match, because I have two right here, so you can have one act almost as a base layer, so as you see it's orange and then you see all the colors popping off, but then you can switch it and give it an entirely different dynamic look. I can guarantee you your tree has never been this colorful and dynamic. I mean, just look at the way these lights are just firing off. It's absolutely incredible. It's like one hell of a light show. Now my tree has a more icy look to where it just kind of, again, just switches back and forth between different vibes and atmospheres. So definitely check out Govee Black Friday Christmas deals. If you want your place to be absolutely lit like mine is, I'm telling you right now, you're definitely gonna want to do this, because I mean, come on, look at the sauce. I mean, the tree is just on point. I absolutely love all of the sparkliness of it. And seriously, they got some pretty good prices right now, and you can walk away with a lot of good stuff. Particularly the curtains behind me and the Christmas lights. These two things are a total win. But that being said, I want to know which ones you guys think are the best. Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. The #1 brand in honesty. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.